All right, Libra, what the hell? So once again, just as soon as I asked, this came flying out. Again, this week from Lay Vampires, supernatural, inexplicable, miraculous, and otherworldly. But this time from Chakra Wisdom, you pull creation. It's a beautiful combination here. When you're looking at supernatural, it's talking about feeling safe with expressing your intuitive abilities, right? Like I've always said with this one, there aren't the select few that have this. This is for everyone, right? Now it's about you opening up to that. When you're looking at creation, it's saying to make something out of this. Now, it's also asking if you're waiting for someone's permission to create your own life, right? What do you need to do in order to claim your gifts? And your gifts of, the intuitive here was supernatural. But what I found interesting was the card at a glance. It says, letting go of old ideas and allowing new growth are primary now. The mission you have been on may be complete. A new dawn is coming, and it is time to open yourself to divine inspiration. The message here is let go. You no longer need to be the warrior. All right, Libra, here is your overall for the week. The sun, the sun, the sun. You're fine. No matter what you are dealing with, you are fine. And I haven't gotten that feeling from the sun in a while. This being the overall is saying that no matter what your circumstances are right now, this is, you being rejuvenated, right? Something new happening for you that's going to make you feel good and make you feel good about who you are, your sense of direction, right? Because the sun, the ego, the sense of self, it is having everything brought out into the light of day, absolutely. But I don't know, I feel good about this. It's like, I feel like for you, it's like finally the sun is like shining on me, Now in the past, and right, like that's perfect with the sun being there. The problem is it's still a past situation coming through. With the Nine of Swords, you're talking about the nightmare thinking, all the thinking that makes you stay up at night and fear what's going to happen. There's the anxiety, the regret there, overthinking situations. But with the sun being there, that's going to that just outshines everything, right? So whatever it was that had you, going through all the negative thoughts, with the sun being there, it's like you see it now. It's like you see it for what it is. Oh, yeah. Yes. Yes, yes. So in the present, the Knight of Wands. Now, absolutely, it could be, about somebody coming in and out of your life. But I don't know, because if we're talking about your sense of direction and self here and feeling better about something, I'm looking at you going, right? With the Knight of Wands, following your passions, no longer, letting fear stop you, right? Now, like I've said before with the Knight of Wands, absolutely, it's about ignoring the consequences of actions. But if you're looking at this in a positive aspect, especially with the sun being there, it's like those fears and anxieties that once may have held you back, it can't do it anymore. It no longer has a hold on you. You see it for what it is. And now it's opening the door for you to follow a passion here with the Knight of Wands. I feel good about it. I think it's good. Hell yeah. Wow, Libra, it's about damn time, right? The Magician. Manifesting that cool ass shit. That's what I love about the Magician. And with the sun being there, yes, yes. You are responsible here for creating things in your own life, right? And you have what you need to create the things that you've been thinking about. Certainly not the negative things, because like I said before, if you can manifest bullshit, you can manifest better things, But I feel like looking at this in future conditions, it's like once you get up and go and you start, following your own path here with the Knight of Wands, whatever passion you're following, it opens up to more, It's like new inspiration comes through, and then I look at creation and think, yeah, there's an opportunity to make something out of this, right? I like it. I haven't seen a real positive reading. This is nice, Libra. Holy shit, yeah? You think so? Your best path to follow, the Empress. Enjoy your life, damn it. Enjoy your life. Don't let fears and anxiety stop you, and that's what that is. I look at her and I think about being able to first of all, be comfortable, but also to enjoy all of the abundance that's around you. She's about enjoying the physical senses, right? And with where you're at in the past, with the Knight of Wands being there, don't worry about it. Don't, and I don't feel like it's a matter of needing to take a leap of faith or take a risk on anything. I think you already know what you want to do. You already know where you're wanting to go. You know what it is you want, right? And you have the ability to create that, but you need to enjoy your life. Enjoy the abundance. The abundance of love, nature, beauty, whatever it is, right? I don't think it's about you needing to be nurturing or being responsible for anybody else but yourself right now. Ugh. In your environment, listen to me when I tell you this, the Five of Swords, don't let anybody hold you back. Because I think that's, because of it being in your environment, to me, this is an outside influence. When you're looking at the Five of Swords, this to me is somebody who is willing to do whatever it takes to keep you where they want you. But you're showing the Knight of Wands like, no. And what I find disappointing about this is that, with the Nine of Swords being what's coming through, looking at the Five of Swords, I understand now why fear and anxiety may have held you back, because it's like you knew that this is what was going to happen if there were other people involved that didn't agree with what you were trying to do, or what you were wanting to do, or what you're wanting to create, right? I look at that, and with everything that you have here, I don't think that this has a right, or this person has a right to keep you, locked in where they want you, right? But again, with the Five of Swords, nobody wins in this situation. Nobody's winning. So why get involved? Wow. Your hopes and your fears, the Page of Cups. I don't think it's about you needing to communicate something here. I don't think that it's, somebody communicating anything to you. I think this is about you feeling something new, feeling something good, right? Now, with the Page of Cups, I'm not seeing anything here that's indicating, communication that's coming through, right? That can be the case here, but as far as your hopes and fears, the hope would be that, you get to take advantage of opportunities coming through that make you feel good. That's what that is to me, right? Because it's new to you. It's a new feeling, a feeling that you may not have had for a while. Looking at the fucking Nine of Swords coming through, Now, with the Magician being there, you may be feeling something new and, looking to create an opportunity here, right? But to me, it looks good. And again, creation, creativity, And then not only that, but with the Page of Cups, right? The spiritual connection that's there with the cups, though, too. This, to me, seems insignificant. I think at one point it was, and it's held you back long enough, or whoever this is. But it doesn't have a hold on you anymore. It can't. It can't. Oh, wow. And then coming out the Tower. Damn. But the thing is what I get from this is that this has to happen. It has to be this way. There's no other way to go around it, especially when you're dealing with this kind of shit in your environment, right? With the Tower. It's, you see it now. You see your life clearly almost. With the Sun being there and understanding that things are going to have to change, and they're going to change drastically, and you're making that happen with the Magician being there. And then the Eight of Swords, don't do that to yourself. And what I feel like here is that this is fear-based, especially with the Nine of Swords coming through. Now, with the Ace of Swords and looking at the Nine of Swords, absolutely, it's clarity. It's seeing the truth of a situation, right? Getting back to mental clarity, But the thing is that the truth may have been causing you anxiety because of it affecting somebody who may be in your environment that doesn't agree with what you are wanting to do. Now, with the Chariot and looking at the Knight of Wands, again, this is not significant enough to stop you. With the Chariot, you're like, I'm gone, I'm going, right? And move, actually moving, but it's in order for you to feel better about you, looking at the Sun being there. Now, my problem is the Eight of Swords. When you're talking about, you are responsible for creating things in your life. right? That is where the magician comes in. You know, he is the manipulator of matter, right? Taking a thought and creating it into form. But if the only way to do that is to cause complete destruction, you know, your fear may be stopping you from doing that. Because I look at the Eight of Swords and think that, yeah, if things have to happen drastically, you know, you have the ability to do this and to move on. It's there. It's like you're wanting to. But are you going to allow this to hold you back? It's not that significant, though. You know, I feel like you're more important than that, right? What you're wanting to do is more important. Here's the thing. No one should ever be caught up in situations where they feel like they're trapped by circumstances or other people. Everybody has the right to experience life. You know, you have the right to make your own choices here. You know, you have the right to make mistakes. Nobody has the right to hold you back on that. You know, and I worry a little bit here with the Eight of Swords. And I go back to that Tower and I think it makes sense, right? But it's like, you know that you need to move, right? You need to make a drastic change. You need to move on to something else. You need to get that momentum going, right? And then the world. The only way that you're going to be in a complete relationship here for couples is if you have love for yourself, right? You have to have love for yourself, you know, but once you start loving yourself, is it going to lead you to a relationship that makes you feel complete, right? Because that is the world to me with this deck. A relationship that makes you feel whole, right? But you have to love yourself first. It's not bad. Now, for singles, though, with children and the Queen of Pentacles, I look at that as you. You know, I mean, you could have anybody coming into your life right now, but if children are affecting your love life, you may be looking at your love life going, you know, I can't right now. Like, I'm too focused on other things. You know, like I can't have you involved in my life right now, and it's because of my kids. I need to think of my kids first, which absolutely, you know, right? Because like I said, no matter how old your children are, they can be affected by the choices that you make in relationships. But the thing is if you're shutting yourself off completely, you know, how are you ever going to get to this point where you feel complete? You know? Or where you feel like you have enough love for yourself to open up to a relationship that could lead to this. You know, so I worry about that a little bit. Now, you know, you may be looking at dealing with a person, though, too, who, you know, may feel like they really don't need to be involved with you because you may have children, right? Or they may be thinking the same way, right? They don't want to get involved because it might affect their children. It just depends on what the situation is. But I feel like looking at her, if we're talking about you or another person, you're shutting yourselves off because of that, you know? Now, on the other hand, you may be dealing with somebody who doesn't want to have kids. You may not want to have kids. That may be a problem, right? It just depends on what the situation is. When I look at children, you know, it's, you know, one of those things where it opens up to so many different things. But I don't know. I feel like you're shutting yourself off. You're shutting yourself off because of that affecting the relationships that you go through. And it's not to say that your kids are a bad thing. You know, it's just that you have to have, you know, love in your life too, right? It doesn't have to affect your kids. And your kids don't need to affect you, you know, and make you feel like you can't enjoy life. You know, you just have to be careful on the choices that you make, right? I mean, that's a given. But I look at all of this and I think, whatever it is that you feel like you're needing to do for you right now in order for you to enjoy your life, right? Whatever that is, don't let somebody else or a situation or circumstances stop you from, you know, changing things drastically in your life if you feel like it's the right thing for you to do. Because again, remember here, the sun is shining on you and what you are wanting to do.